I read so many magazines when I was a teenager, and I was so intrigued even then about process and how people did things and how things began and how people progressed. And one of the stories that I read all the time amongst Hollywood actors is talking about how people got into shape for roles. So the kinds of, that was very much the 90s culture, what kind of diet they went on, what kind of training, maybe they went to a fitness boot camp in Arizona, or they did this particular treatment, or whatever it might be. And so you might hear a story of an actor who has usually played like leading guy, and then he was in some sort of fighting movie and had to bulk up and slim down and shred. I think that's what the kids are calling it. And that planted a seed in my head that we get to do the things, or we make the moves to become the person when we get the call, when we are given the permission, when we get the job. And I've realized over many, many years that often does not happen unless somebody is really famous, really, maybe they're creating their own work, maybe they're doing something. And that is the same for you, whatever you do in terms of your personal brand, your portfolio, career. So many of us are waiting for somebody to perhaps see something in us, a little spark of potential, or to give us an opportunity. And yes, there will be those stories, but ultimately, I think it comes down to us. And the beauty of this is it gets to come down to us. We don't have to be in a waiting mode, hoping and wishing and praying that something will just come along and pluck us from obscurity. If you want to attract a book deal, you have to show that you are a writer now. If you want to work with particular brands, you have to begin to create content right now. If you want to help more people or show that you're available for some kind of work or collaboration, start now. Reach out, put yourself in the mix. This thing of waiting until the opportunity presents ourselves puts us in this weak position. Essentially, it's the moment of, are you going to sit at the bus stop for hours and hours and hours? Or, because when this is London buses, sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, there's not another bus for another 25 minutes, which in London is quite unusual. So am I going to sit static at this bus stop for 25 minutes, or am I going to get into motion? And usually I will take the option of getting into motion, because you know what? Once you get into that motion, there will be a sneaky little bus that comes out from nowhere, and you're like, I only had to walk 5 minutes, and there you are picking me up, and we can do this next part of the journey together. So you go first, you get cracking, get really specific on what it is that you want to do, and make some mega moves. If you want some help, book in a strategy session with me. I would absolutely love to help and support you, and we can go from there. Lots of love. Bye.